Doug, how about you? How's the city of Banning's communication and engagement strategy changed or evolved over the course of the past year?
Sure. And I think we've really tried to distinguish, or it's important to distinguish between communication and engagement. And you know, especially because of the pandemic, or specifically related to the pandemic, we're pushing a lot of information out, not necessarily doing a lot of engagement around that issue. But we've got other issues that are still part of what we do in city government that require engagement. Back in July, August, we also had a series of wildfires that were in the community and near the community, requiring evacuations. So, that combined with the fact that we were limiting, staff and public access to City Hall. We're trying to manage two emergency situations, really working remotely in a lot of ways. In both of those instances involved very close coordination with Riverside County. One with the Department of Public Health and the other with Emergency Services. So we've been challenged because we have very much like Allen's community. About 40% of the population in Banning is Hispanic, roughly 20% Black. So, very diverse community. Communities that have been hard hit by the pandemic. Communities that typically have not been engaged with local government, don't trust local government. So it's been important to get a consistent message out to the community with the county and with the state. With that said, we have a county supervisor that represents this area, and the majority of the city council here in Banning that hasn't necessarily been on board with the messaging. So it's been particularly challenging. So the strategy that we've taken is really to focus on parts of the message that people are in agreement on, and avoiding the areas where we can find ourselves in a debate over whether or not it's the truth. And it's been a little bit difficult. As far as the engagement piece, we've focused on really working with our community partners. As Theo mentioned, the Chamber of Commerce, the Rotary Club, the school district, our nonprofits in the community, because they have membership bases that they trust much more than they trust city government or state government. So working through them to get communication out. We've done a number of food distributions in conjunction with the Chamber of Commerce. That has really helped to build trust, because the community sees that we're actually out there providing food for community members in need, and it's not your typical services that the city provides. So and in doing so, we've been able to actually have some conversations with people to ask them, did you see the notice about the pandemic, or are you watching our channel 10, which is our local government access channel? We've really increased the use of video as a messaging tool. With video now, you can put it out on Twitter, you can put it out on Facebook, you can put it on your cable channel. There are all kinds of ways you can distribute video now, and I am a believer that people are much more likely to watch a short video than read a press release in today's time. So The other thing we've done, continued to do that I wasn't sure how it would play out, but it's actually worked quite well. Before the pandemic, we would have what we call district meetings. Our city is represented by 5 different districts. And we'd go out into the districts, and a council member, myself, maybe a director would attend the meeting, and it would be coffee with the mayor or something like that. And that was a way to engage the community. We decided we were going to continue to do those, but instead of having them in a facility, we were going to have them in parks. And that gave us, the opportunity to social distance a little more, be outdoors instead of breathing indoor air. And we've actually had good results, good turnout. People really appreciate that we've tried to find ways to continue to provide engagement opportunities in ways that are a little difficult to do during a pandemic.
So do you guys